In this lesson, I'll show you a few examples on how to evaluate a combined function. I don't want you to confuse this topic with composite functions. That's when you have one function inserted into another. Instead, what we're doing here is adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing functions, and see what happens to the outcome. So our question reads, let f of x equal to this expression and g of x equal to the square root of x. Find each of the following. So for question A, we have to add function f and g together and then evaluate it when x is equal to 1. To do this effectively, you'll need to know these rules when it comes to the algebra of functions. And in our first example, we're adding them. So we simply add this expression to that like this. So f plus g at 1 is equal to 12 over 2x plus 4 plus the square root of x. Now we have to evaluate this at 1, so I'll replace this with 1 and that one with 1. I get 12 over 2 times 1 plus 4, that's 6, and the square root of 1 is 1. This is easy. We end up with 2 plus 1, and that's 3. That's the answer for question A. Let's move on to B. So I've placed A right here. In B, we have to subtract. I'll take 12 over 2x plus 4 minus the square root of x, placing the 1 into here and here. Instead of adding these, because everything else will stay the same, instead of adding, we subtract. So 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. That was much easier than expected. Let's see what happens when we multiply them together. So I have 12 over 2x plus 4, and this time we are multiplying to the square root of x. Some teachers may expect you to simplify the expression as much as possible before applying the number. If that's the case, just keep in mind that you do not need to simplify in order to get the final output. So if you don't know how to simplify, just place the number into x and find the output and you'll still get marks. Alright, I'll place a 4 into there, a 4 into here. I have 12 over 2 times 4 plus 4. That's that first factor. And the square root of 4 is plus minus 2, but we'll just take into account positive 2. 12 over 8 plus 4, that's 12. 12 over 12 is 1, times 2 is equal to 2. Lastly, let's see what happens when we subtract. So I have 12 over 2x plus 4, and that's all being divided by the square root of x. Substituting 4 into here and here again, that outputted to 1 in the previous example, and that was 2. So it's like saying 1 divided by 2, and that's half. And there you have it. That is how to evaluate a combined function.